Hello, in this next video we are going to cover blog posts. So I'm sure you're very familiar with the basics of this, but there are some specific items on this that we've built in here for you. We're going to split this up into two videos because I know that you guys need to update the categories of the blogs significantly. So we will cover that, how best to tackle that, or showing you some tools in order to tackle that in a separate video. In any case, you can see we're already here on the posts item of the menu, and we can see all of the blog posts here. As with the pages view, you have some options here as to how many you can see at once. Same thing there. You can scroll through the pages here at the top. Again, you could search for them. It will list them by default in order of publish date, most recent at the top. You can organize those alphabetically by this, although that seems less helpful with the blog posts. In any case, if you want to edit one of the existing ones, you can click on the title of it. I've already opened one of them here. Title here, obviously your text here. You will want to make sure that you don't insert something with a bunch of code in it too close to the top, because of the excerpt that is created. So if we go here to blog, so this first however much amount of text, I think it was maybe this one that had a video up here, and it showed up as a bunch of code in the excerpt. So if you have a video or you have something like that that you want to insert into a blog post, just make sure you put it in below where the excerpt would be showing up so that you don't get something funky showing up there. But yeah, the basics are just the title, the text in the body of the post. Here is where your thumbnail goes. I believe you guys already have the size on that, but if we just go to the media library here, it's 450 pixels wide by 300 pixels tall. And that is the image that will be used here in the main blog archive, on the feeds at the bottom of a particular post, and also on the 3-up view in the blog feeds. So it works for all three views. Moving a little further down here on the right-hand side, you can ignore the years awarded. This is built into the blog as well. When we thought it was going to be shared, but this is obviously just for the recognition and awards, unless by chance you want to use the tool on the blog as well at some point. And then right down here, of course, are the categories. So you can add this, as you know, to as many categories as you want. You can add new categories here, although obviously you should be careful so that you don't end up with duplicates, just named something slightly different. We're not currently using the tagging system, but we could use that in the future if you want. And then the featured image is only used for if you are making a blog post or a webinar featured. And that is for the, in the view here, when one of these spans all the way across. So you can play with that a little bit. It doesn't have to be a specific size. When I did it before, I made it 1024 by 400, but you could make that a little skinnier if you want, top to bottom. It's just gonna fill the width as long as you make it at least 1,000 pixels wide, and then it's just gonna stretch the make it taller if you make it taller. So if you made it 500 pixels, it's obviously just going to be a little bit larger, take up a little more real estate down the page. If you do want to add some headlines here, the formatting options are a little more limited than they are on pages. We have not enabled WP Bakery for the blog items because it would, if you wanted to change it at some point in the future, it makes it a lot more difficult to move the blog posts into another platform or into an updated website. But you could just as no doubt, again, you're aware, just choose this and it will, format that with the correct font and the blue text. My recollection was you didn't want to force the all caps, so you would need to make sure just to type that out in all caps if you want it to match the rest of the website. I think that is it for the blog posts. Oh, one more thing, I suppose. It can be, again, you probably already know this, but with blog posts, it can be very helpful to keep them drafted until somebody's reviewed them. So, you can do that right here, or again, on the main page here, you can do a quick edit to move something from drafted to published, so that only somebody who's logged in can look at the at the view of the front end of the post. Thanks so much.